Kia ora koutou, everybody. It's time. Wrap up the regular season. It's the Red Devils and the Admirals here at the Alpine Ice Sports and Entertainment Center. My name is Matt Chavez. We'll be bringing you today's regular season finale here from Christchurch in just a moment. The yesterday's game, pretty fantastic game up until, I don't know, about 11 minutes to go, Lucy.
Yeah, Admirals stepped up, took that game home.
They sure did. So it was a close one. The Red Devils were up 5-4, and then the Admirals, with a touch of class, closed it out, put 5 up in a row, and finished it off 9-5. So we'll see how things go today. We've got a few things to work out at the scorer's bench before we get started, but the players are on the ice. We'll go through the starting lineups. It'll be Joel Keocope, Dodwell Bull to start on that first face-off, Meisternock, and the assistant captain, Dan Nichols, who will be playing his final game today as a Red Devil, which will be very interesting to see his sending off here. Congratulations to him. Let's have a good one. And we are underway here with first period action from Christchurch, Red Devils and Admirals. Red Devils get the puck first. It is Meisternock with it, passing it forward, but through the lane, and it's going to be Keocope trying to chase it down, but Daigle there first, and an early icing. So how are we doing on all the technology today, Lucy? Is everything working so far, right? It's only been 10 seconds.
Let's hope, fingers crossed.
There we go. So Vandermeulen to take this one against Bull. Bull wins that face-off, but as Dodwell tries to clear it, it goes into the corner. Out to the point, Hayward Jones with a shot deflected, and Meisternock gets a hold of it as it goes just away from Scotter's goal. That flutters by. Should be no icing here as there was a play towards it, and Bull gets there. He's looking for an outlet. That goes to Keocope on the half boards, and the captain, Justin Daigle, gets it away from everybody. The Admirals with the puck looking to set up. Pass forward to Esposito, though. Turned over. Esposito trying to get a break. Keocope gets the puck. He's looking for a pass. Gets it through the crease. It actually goes through Kirk Omagos, looking at it, just trying to make sure nothing deflects. Now Reese with it. Sends it forward. First changes for the Red Devils as they throw another offensive barrage out, but it's Daigle with the puck waiting, or not quite sure whether to go after him or not. No, it's Daigle going for the long pass to Strome there. Gets by Reese. And a good save there by Scotter. And the Red Devils are back out. Esposito with it on the left side. Passes it, and Orr can't get a hold of it, but there's a penalty coming up. It'll be against the Admirals, and it will be, I think, Sistrone. No, sorry, it's Kennedy who's going to go off, and I believe it's for a hook or a hold, as Orr was coming in and took him down as he went into the goal. We'll see what the official call is. Well, everybody's over to the benches here. Actually, it's a bit interesting. Daigle coming over for a discussion. He wasn't part of that play, so I'm really not sure what's going on here.
I think we might get to see our first shootout of the
weekend.
No,
this is a penalty shot, isn't it?
Oh, penalty shot.
It is. Esposito's going to take this. It was in the act, and it met all the criteria. So Esposito, instead of a minor penalty, Esposito's going to take a penalty shot. We'll get the instant replay ready for this one, and we'll see how this goes. Esposito to take the puck at center ice. Here we go. Whoops. We'll try that one again as the referee and Chab is sitting out a little bit early. So apparently they were not ready. And let's take two. Here comes Espo. Shoots and blocked away. Espo loses it off the stick. And not a good one. We won't even bother with a replay on that one, but that also clears the penalty, so there is no minor penalty with that. It's done. Back to 5-on-5, but everybody had to get off the ice in order for that penalty shot to occur, so A little bit of a delay there. And the Red Devils didn't pull it off.
Yeah, I was going to say nobody on the Devils bench looks too mad about that one.
Yeah, it looked like didn't look very intense, to be fair, but at the same time, it's a nice loose group out there. So we'll see how this goes. They were feeling pretty good in the locker room. Garth with it, looking to pass that away up to Hopkins. Meisternock. Taken by Regan. Hodge is going to get in there, but Regan still has it behind the net. And a pass out to Chamberlain, out to McLeish. He's going to walk up a little bit, hits the side netting. That goes around and behind. Garth with it, looking to flip it out. He does. Goes a long ways, and yes, indeed, will go for icing. So they shut the gate, and everybody stays out there for just a little while longer. Good cars, amazing cars at amazing prices. Visit goodcars.co.nz. So a face-off with Hodge taking on, who is that? That would be Sam Moses. And that gets flipped around. The Red Devils with it. Not controlled by Ryan Ritchie. Ritchie looking for something there. And a good chance there by Whitson Lee, but just the puck goes into the leg pads, and no real danger. Scotter in place. Moses gives it up. Hodge sends it around the boards. Daigle keeps it in, though. Whitson Lee into the corner. Whitson Lee continuing, looking for an outlet. Lane's block, goes over to Daigle on the other side. That cross-ice pass gets shot in, but that goes to the right of the goal. And now another chance in front. That goes over the crossbar, stayed behind the net, but stays with the Admirals. Back out to Daigle again, a long shot. Busted stick. Wow. That goes right through the stick of Garth Terangi Hinari. And that one's going to sting a little bit. I think it hit him on the hand as well, but the lumber snapped.
That's just so unlucky.
It is unlucky. I mean, he blocked the goal, but that's not a cheap exercise, is it?
No.
Yeah, they buy their own sticks in this league, folks, in case you weren't sure. So that one's a couple $100. That one goes to Dodwell. He's got to hold up because everybody's offside. Joel Keokuk goes in a little bit early because he was following the play. Now Dodwell trying to pass it forward, gets blocked from Vandermeulen, but he still has it, gains the zone on the right side, goes far up the corner, goes around behind the net, looking for a pass, but that's intercepted by Vandermeulen. And they turn that back around. Esposito back out on the ice, doubling up on the puck. But Vandermeulen gets through. Scotter with a stop and holds it as Brown jumps back on the ice. Brown, the victim of a little bit of a laundry mess up. He warmed up in number 66, if you happen to see it, but he is properly dressed up for this one this afternoon. Between him and Joe Orr, though, the two of them are so dapper off the ice, though. You got to give it up to them. That faceoff being moved across, late call, but the Admirals want it over on the other side. The Vandermeulen and Orr, and one delay for the Admirals there. They drop it, and it goes back to Dallimore with another Red Devils win. That's deflected. 1-on-2 there. Esposito following behind. Now Dallimore has it, trying to get it forward. Orr now grabs the puck. It's going to go up to Meisternock. He's going to skate that in, throw it a little bit wide, trying to get off the backboards, but it stays under his feet. I'm not sure he knew it was there. Vandermeulen with it, going behind the goal, skates it around to the half boards, passes forward. Rooney's got it now, up to Esposito. He turns it around, gains the zone, but leaves it behind. Vandermeulen with a back pass, that's intercepted. And Vandermeulen gets another chance with it. And that's passed out to neutral. Back and forth two-man game between Vandermeulen and Kunst. But it comes back out, and the Admirals have to reset. McLeish with it. Now Dallimore throws it in. Dump and chase, but Chaba's there first to hold it up for the Admirals. But Dallimore gets it. High shot. Goes over the crossbar. Hits the glass. Stays in a little bit. That does go over the line. The Admirals reset. Esposito with it. Everybody at neutral. And now the Admirals have it again in defense. McLeish moving it forward. Halfway up. Throws it deep. Gets a bounce, goes to Vesper halfway up. Hopkins knocks him off the puck. And Hopkins and Nichols meet behind the goal. Now Esposito has it, looking for an outlet. He's going to skate behind the net. Good, quick move there to keep it and move away. Now he's got to take a long shot, but he gets Joel Keocope in line, 2-on-2 there, but he can't do anything with the puck. Hodge now has it. In front, Keocope can't get the shot off. And that's going to go to Brown. Brown with a low shot. Chaba knocking it aside easily with a stick save. That goes halfway up, and the Admirals are going to walk this one out. Flip forward. They choose to make some changes. Sistrone, the only one staying on the ice there, but he's doing a great job of the forecheck, and he keeps it in the zone. Chamberlain fighting for it as well. Stays in. Regan helped keep it in, but Sean Brown now has it, and they start moving the puck the other direction. Garth with a hip check there. Good move. Brown. And the Admirals trying to work it around. It's Caleb Chamberlain trying to hold on to that puck, and Regan trying to dig it out. There's 6 players in that zone, and then the puck comes out. And Scotter, staying in front of that puck carefully, keeps Regan from getting a good shot off. And now they're just fighting all around Regan and Reese near the referee. And now there's 4 in the corner over here. Whoops, not there today, so it's behind the net. So Chamberlain, and that's a good pass in front. Scotter in the right place and getting it aside to the corner, but the Admirals now looking dangerous. High shot from Daigle. That goes left. Trying to get it out, went off the glass. Hayward Jones leaves it in. Scotter knocks that shot aside. Reese is there. He pays the price. The Admirals trying to get a hold of it. And there's a penalty. And Hodge with a little extra there as he put a shoulder in. But I think as the Admirals with the boarding call on this one, I think it's Chris Chamberlain's going to go off for 2 minutes here.
Oh, man, the hits today.
It is definitely a bit more physical.
Yeah, I feel like we've seen more hits today than we did the whole game yesterday.
So it is Chamberlain going off for 2 minutes. At least it appears 2 minutes at this. Yeah, there it is on the board. Yeah, another funny. Boy, that software is terrible. We won't use that next year. There you go. That's a promise. We'll figure something else out. But in the meanwhile, we've got a 2-minute power play for the Red Devils. They lose that face-off. Esposito's going to go chase down the puck. Bit of a Rooney forecheck. And Esposito coming straight up the middle. Leaves it for Dodwell. Cycles back to Nichols. Nichols with a shot right in the middle of the goal and gets a stop by Chaba and gets the face-off on the correct side of things so they can continue on. Minute 41 to go on the power play. Brown's going to jump on for Nichols. And we'll see how the Red Devils set up this power play. All 4 on the line there for the Admirals, and it's a good thing they won the face-off there. That goes the other direction. Whitson Lee chasing it down a little bit, but he's going to get moved around, and Orr has it now. Back to Brown. Skating forward, gains the zone. And now to rotate that back out, but there's a 2-on-1. And a great play there by Brown to chop that puck away. There was an odd man rush available to the Admirals, shorthanded, but now it's a shot and on a goal. What a goal. Esposito rocking the roof on that one, taking the water bottle. And boy, for any lackadaisical attempt on that penalty shot, he has more than made up for it on that power play.
Oh my goodness, was that off the back of the helmet?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was off the helmet or not. We'll take a look here. But it was something else. As he comes around, he's going to get the puck here, waits, and then takes the shot, and it goes in. And that is quite a steep angle. We'll take a look at it maybe between periods here, because I'm not sure if he got his helmet or not, but he was on the correct side of the goal line. He wasn't shooting from behind. He was just shooting, and I don't know if it caught him in the ear or not, but it was quite a chance there. Chaba with a blocker push aside there on that long shot. And the Admirals trying to get one back here. Sistrone dumping it in, but he dumps it in sideways. Comes back out. The Admirals have to reset. McLeish with it. Long shot in. Scotter stops it and gloves it to hold things up. So would you say that that goal was somewhat similar to yesterday with a lot of skating before the Red Devils get a goal, it seems like?
Yeah, I mean, yesterday, I guess we're getting a bit of deja vu here. Devils opening the scoreboard. I think they needed it. The Admirals seem to be owning this game a wee bit.
Long shot in by Daigle. Scotter getting a save there with a glove and getting the leg pads down. Doing a good job to keep that one out. And I think you're right. It was a little bit against the run of play. The Admirals have had more offensive time. And that's going to be a quick change there for Meister not getting off the ice. Probably a first delay warning there if I had to guess. Although I didn't see it personally. And the Admirals keep that in the zone. Red Devils get a hold of it. Reese flips it out. Looks like it went out of the... Yes, it did. They're going to have to clear up. The Admirals do clear, but the Red Devils have the puck. They move it out to neutral. Dallimore backing it up a little bit and then passed forward. This may go for icing. That was close, but Hayward Jones gets there, and that'll come all the way back. So the Red Devils doing a pretty good job of, whenever they get a chance to just move it back along the ice, they're doing it with a lot of speed, and that's taking the Admirals by surprise a little bit.
Yeah, it means they have to reset a little bit, apply a bit more pressure, I suppose.
Orr wins that one. Hopkins gets it. Trying to pass it around, get it to Dallimore, but it's intercepted. Hopkins now has it at the corner. Back to Dallimore. Dallimore sweeps it. And that went out of play, but they continue, no whistle. That definitely hit the netting on the side there, but the Admirals do get it back. I guess there's a little bit of karma there as they keep possession. But you got to play to the whistle, unfortunately, and that one, they kept going. Esposito doing a great job keeping it in, or right in front, and Chaba up to the task as he was right in the middle and played Orr correctly there. Esposito gets it again, and it's just more 3-on-4 looking play there. Just the Red Devils out hustling the Admirals in the offensive zone at the moment, and that's Brown getting it away from Daigle, but now the Daigle holds on to it, and the Red Devils relent a little bit because Vandermeulen coming down the ice. Now Nichols takes him, and that pass almost became a shot chance. Kuntz with a run up the middle, but the puck got to him just a little too late. Scotter holds on to it, and they get a stop. Now I think they're having a quick discussion about the out of bounds there, if you will.
Admirals don't look too happy about that
No,
one.
and I don't think they should be, but they at the same time, if it's not seen, not spotted, you keep playing because the puck stays in. So that's just how it is. And there is a lot of netting to keep it in play, so it's hard to see sometimes. That goes back down to Chamberlain and Meisternock fighting for it. And a good shot block there by Meisternock getting in the lane. And Taylor Kennedy is going to have to retreat for the Admirals here. Bull on the forecheck, but everybody else staying back. And now Rooney has it for a moment, and he flips it in. Keo Cope gets there. He sends it backwards, and Bull's got it. Bull with a good little flip on the backhander to just get it out into neutral, and they continue to fight for it. Bull's got it now. Sent back to Kennedy. And Mason Kennedy throwing it around there. Meisternock leaving that puck. It stays in the point. And Taylor Kennedy keeping it in. And the Admirals come back in the zone. Ben Steven had it for a moment. His pass intercepted. And now it's a potential 2-on-2 here. 3-on-3. Dodwell has it. He's in the corner. It gets taken out of the play there. Bull's got it in the corner now, and they fight for it. Stays out at the point. Long shot deflected. And the Admirals with McLeish looking for the long pass. Turned back around. Brown with a good move there to keep the puck. Gains the zone. And then it goes backwards, goes through Ritchie, but Hopkins with a good play to keep it a bit more neutral. McLeish sending it forward. And turned over. Hodge has it now. 2-on-2 chance with him and Ritchie. Hodge up the left side. Good pass there, but he gets it back. And that puck just can't find its way behind the, out in front of the net. The Red Devils continue with it. Garth passes it forward to Whitson Lee. Lee has it. He holds it. Ritchie playing that puck. Whitson Lee with a couple of good moves all on his own. Takes the shot, and that one ripped high over the crossbar and turns around, and that's a rebound and a goal. The Admirals tying this one up, as there was a lot of play that went right in front of the net, but that puck went behind the net and got a fortunate bounce for the Admirals, and they tie it up 1-1.
I feel as though we almost just saw the same event happen with both goals, you know. Admirals kind of had that first half of the period, then Devils scored, and now we've just had Devils in the offensive zone for most of it. And
another one
Admirals
against the run of play. Yeah, exactly. So face off again. The Admirals get that one, and Vespers got it. Now to Daigle. 1-1 the score. And the Red Devils trying to figure this one out. I mean, you're right. The game has been a little schizophrenic. Both goals coming against the run of play, and in that case, yeah, just a couple of fortunate bounces, but it was the Admirals putting it away when they had to. And Nichols passing that one out, goes to neutral. Daigle collecting it, sends it back in. They've tagged up. Meisternock sizing up, I think it was Sistrone there, and they had to just kind of let that puck go, and now that puck bounces out to neutral. Nichols and Vesper chase it now. Nichols wins that one, gets it to Dallimore. Dallimore gets it out of the zone, passes it forward, gets it back. Now Daigle steals it from him, and then Nichols steals it from Daigle. And then they give it back to Regan, and a couple of changes happen, and some ice hockey just went right on by our screens there. No icing there as that was deflected. Mason Reese knocking it by. Dallimore getting that puck stolen from him. Looking for a centering pass, another one, and it's a shot by Vandermeulen, and two of them, both of them blocked by Scotter. Good work by Scotter to keep those pucks out of the net. And that's being sent all the way around. It's offside, but not an icing. So the Admirals tag up. Esposito with the puck for a moment. Now Reese takes it forward. He loses it. Goes to Kennedy. To the other Kennedy. And then back to Brown. Brown chopping away at it. Vandermeulen looking for a pass, but he gets it stolen from Bull. And then that's sent back to Kennedy. And again, we're seeing this run of play being held onto by the Admirals, so I'm expecting the Red Devils to get the next goal. Brown flipping that out. Goes back to Kennedy. Long pass. That's going to go just past Scotter. No icing there, as that was apparently playable. Okay, so no icing there. We continue on. Dodwell kicks at it. And that puck goes out of play. And we get a stoppage of play with 4:55 to go. Futaporo Accountants, not your average accountants. Futaporo take the hassle out of taxes and let you focus on what you do best. Futaporo.co.nz. That face-off gets won by the Admirals there, but it just trickles in on Scotter. We'll do it all over again. Well, that one's a little off. We'll take a look at that one. All right. McLeish has it. Send that one around, and Steven sending it behind the goal. Rooney looking for an outlet. That puck goes to the other side. And back Steven holding on to it. Steven looking for an outlet. Rooney gains his own, takes the shots, deflected off Meisternock, goes up into the netting, and we get a stop in play. Christchurch orthodontic specialist. Expert tailored treatment to get you the smile you want. chchortho.co.nz. Chamberlain and Hodge to take this one. And as they position everybody correctly, it goes through to McLeish. McLeish with a low shot. That's deflected as it comes in. I think it's off Richie as he got in the shooting lane there. And that puck dancing on the blue line, but it comes out. Keo Cope with it for, oh no, that's Garth with it. And he gets kind of pushed into the half boards there as he was trying to look for an outlet pass. But the Admirals jump on top of that one, and now it's Chamberlain, Chris Chamberlain, coming in on the right side. Takes a shot on Scotter, hits him right in the R and the D. And that gets pushed to the corner, and the Red Devils pick that one up. Route back out on the ice. Passes that one, but it goes straight to McLeish. Then Chamberlain comes right back in as quick as it went out. And Route gets to that puck. Stays at the point, though, for the Admirals. Stays in. But it was a player coming off the ice that was passed to. Reese and Quigley digging at it. Moses bringing it in offsides as I think it was Daigle that had jumped the line thinking it had gone over, and we're going to get a face-off at the offsides dot.
Got an entirely U18 forward line here.
It's a very good point. We're getting a lot of youth minutes out there today.
Yeah.
That's going to go to Gallagher. And the Admirals stick to it. Hayward Jones getting that puck, but it rolls off his stick. Pass behind the net. Whitson Lee with it. Wraparound attempt. And the Red Devils pick it out. 3-on-2, but they dump and chase. Brown's going to get to it in the corner first. Passed out in front. They have numbers. Takes the shot. Gallagher with a turnaround, but it's just wide. And Whitson Lee with it. The Admirals are going to try to space this one out a little bit and get a change. Two coming in. Whitson Lee still with it. Scotter knocking it off his stick, though. Smart play, pushing it into the corner. And Daigle fighting three guys there, but he loses that battle, as you would, pretty quickly. Meisternock losing that puck off of his stick, but the Red Devils still fighting for it. The Admirals keeping it in the zone. Pass across the way, goes to Daigle, the other side, holding on to it, deflected, hits a stick, goes straight up into the netting, and we get a stop in play. 1-1 still to score with 2:24 to go in the first. So it's, again, it's kind of a back and forth affair, but this one's much more defensive today.
Yeah, I agree. Both teams kind of being stuck in their defense zone. Kind of finding it hard to break out, I suppose you could say.
And the Red Devils have it. Esposito looking for the long pass. He hits Dallimore in stride 1-on-2. Dallimore has to take it to the right. He just swings in a tester on Chaba just to see if he's awake, and he is. He kicks it aside, but the Red Devils still have it, looking to cycle a little bit here. Left for Orr behind him. Goes to Hopkins. Hopkins pushes it low. Dallimore taking off that, but he gives it to Esposito. Dallimore with it, shot! Oh, and he goes high and just misses. That may have been deflected off Chaba's mask there. I don't think it was that far off. That's offsides. They tag up. The Admirals have it. Mason Kennedy with the puck, and a bit more of a forecheck here as the Red Devils are pressing a little bit on this line. Nichols gets there first, and he exits the zone immediately, gives it to Dallimore, but it gets turned around. Sistrone has it, takes it in the zone. Everybody holds up, and Orr gets surprised from behind there as Vesper comes in and kind of whacks him, and takes it's a long shot, and Hopkins gets that puck played out to him by Scotter as there was no pressure on him, no whistle either, and they skate the blue line and wait for Dallimore to come in. Tried to get it to Orr there with a pass, but that didn't connect. It's going to go back to Brown. And he passes that forward to Orr. And they lose the puck for just a moment. And a scary one there for Tom Scotter. And a little extras at the at the net there, but they get a stoppage in play. And a little bit of frustration building up for the Red Devils. Well, 46 seconds to go in the first.
Yeah, it's been an eventful period. Very even, I think.
I would agree with you. It has been a very evenly matched game so far. And the faceoff's going to be between Boole and Vandermeulen. Vandermeulen wins that one, and they get a shot off. I think that was Kuntz that had a quick one. Scotter with it, immediately stopping that puck with the glove. A good save to keep things going, but just 3 seconds off the clock. Let's redo it. Admirals win it again. And that one goes out of play, and I'm sure they saw that one. So, yep, there it goes. It actually kind of skid under the net there, so they couldn't have missed it. Puck actually did go out of the playing surface. Vandermeulen and Boole, part 3, and he gets all 3 of them. Shot, and that's deflected aside. Stick save by Scotter. And they play that puck into the board, but the Admirals come away with it. Vandermeulen with it still. He turns backwards on it, holds on to it, but then it's stolen by Reese. That's knocked aside for a moment. Into the corner. Good hit on the other side, and that comes in as a shot, a deflection. Vandermeulen doing what he can, and Vandermeulen just not able to get anything too dangerous away, and there's going to be a penalty coming up here as finally there was a little bit too much for everybody to handle, which is unfortunate because it's going to be Mason Reese going off with just 10 seconds to go in the first period.
Yeah, that's too bad. Got through the whole period, but I guess it's just emotions getting too much at such a close game.
It is a close one, and it's going to give the advantage to the Admirals here. 10.8 to go. 2 minutes on the board for them. A power play for the Admirals, which will likely carry over into the next period, of course. Nichols gets to the puck first. Moore flips it around. It's still stuck under his feet, and that's it for time. That ends the first period of play with the score 1-1. Not quite like yesterday.
Definitely not. Yesterday we had that Devils lead, but not today.
Yeah, not today. And it was interesting, like you said. I think it was a much more defensive-minded approach by both teams.
Yeah.
And also very disciplined, maybe up for the first 1950 of it.
Yeah, I agree. Everyone stayed pretty composed. I think the Devils, if they want a chance at this game, to win this game, I should say, need to make more calm plays in that defensive zone. We could notice some rushed passes trying to break out, which didn't really work half the time.
Yeah, I think the pressure that's being put on the defensive breakouts, the defensive third for the Red Devils, has been very effective by the Admirals so far today, forcing the issue.
Yeah, and I remember this happening yesterday, in yesterday's game, the Admirals putting on this hard pressure, and it worked for them, and you can see it working today for them as well.
Absolutely. So we're gonna call it right there for the first period as the Zamboni driver, the Olympia driver, got to be accurate about these things, comes on out, and we go for a break. The under 12s are ready to go. You can already tell they're excited to come out, and we'll come back to second period action with 1:50 on the power play for the Admirals. We'll see you in just a few minutes. Thanks, everybody. Kia ora koutou katoa. Welcome back, everybody, to the Alpine Ice Sports and Entertainment Center. My name is Matt Chavez. We are here broadcasting the Canterbury Red Devils and the West Auckland Admirals in the regular season closeout game for the NZIHL, the last one on the schedule. And along with that, as is tradition here, after the first period in the intermission, it is the Canterbury Ice Hockey Under-12 Super League that is out there. It is the Bats and the Captains going at it again today, and these two enjoying the blue puck. If you have a kid or know somebody that would work out for the under-12s here, they've got a program that if you want to try it out, they will get you on the ice for free with equipment to give it a shot and see if this is something that your kid would enjoy. And they're having a lot of fun out there now. But yeah, free session, gear included. And I have to say, the kids out here really enjoy playing in front of a crowd, and why not? I would too if I were that age doing that. So good to see. And Kat, thank you for supervising and doing all that you do for these guys. It's fun to see because as Lucy and I were talking about earlier, Lucy brought up the idea that, did I just see a goalie try to shoot? I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
I didn't. Sorry, that distracts anything. A goalie trying to shoot on its own is just absurd to begin with, so anybody trying it, let's stop and watch. But, hey, nice shot there. The fun part is that when you see the Red Devils out there, and right now they're playing some of their younger players on that fourth forward line, and you see they all came from this program pretty much. So it was good to see that the kids that are out here having a good time and learning are the ones that are getting developed and playing at the top levels of New Zealand ice hockey and getting chances to, even with the underage tournaments around the world, those are pretty amazing too, travel opportunities for kids. So it all starts here. And if your kid has any inkling, it's a great way to try it out. So we'll leave it there. We'll come back with second period action in just a little bit. But always fun to see these guys. So thanks for indulging us while we put that on during the first period intermission. And we'll be back to the game in just a moment. All right, welcome back, everybody. We're about to start the second period here with today's game between the Canterbury Red Devils and the West Auckland Admirals. I think they're having a quick discussion over here, if I had to guess, at the There may be a chip in the plexiglass back there. Not sure exactly what they're looking at, if it's a repair that's necessary or if there's something to it. Oh. There it is. It was the goal judge was not back out on time. Anyway, enough of that. We're ready for the second period. It is a power play for the Admirals to start the period with Reese in the box. We are underway here at the second at the Alpine Ice. Daigle gets it on the fresh ice. And the Admirals look to build some speed on this power play as they come in pretty quickly. Regan up the left side. He's got the puck, holds on to it, goes behind the net, looking for an outlet pass. The cycle begins. Vandermeulen pushing it back down. Goes out halfway up to Daigle. High shot. And glove saved by Scotter. And that's a good one. Daigle just kind of sitting up there. I would have expected him to walk in on that one a little bit, but he didn't. Just took the shot from the blue line.
Devils gave him just enough room for him to take that shot.
And I think that was key for Scotter to stop that one, but Daigle's got it again. He's at the point, passes it low. Vandermeulen has it at the half boards. Looking around, going behind, and Nichols getting to this behind Regan, but Regan steals it back from him. And that goes back out to the point, Daigle. Kunst, Daigle. High shot deflection. Oh, and that's a good one from Regan. Boy, that is a fantastic goal. Daigle taking the shot from the blue line, Regan getting a piece of it and deflecting it past Scotter. Boy, that is just so good. Here's the shot as it goes back to Daigle, and that chop right there by Regan puts it behind Scotter. He has no chance to stop that at all. 2-1 the score, and the Admirals take the lead in this afternoon's contest, clearing the penalty. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Kennedy has it, and the Admirals start again. Henry at the top, leaves it at the blue line. Kennedy deflected before that shot gets in. Cistrone has it now. It was behind the net. And that's popped out by Brown, but only as far as the point. Goes cycling all the way back, ringed around the board, and goes halfway back to Brown. Brown hits the board and goes just as far as the point and gets it returned to sender. Henry has it in the corner, and they fight for it. Goes through the blue line and through the Kennedy brothers as they try to get the everything reset. And that's sent all the way back. Moses is going to get there first. No icing, no problems here for the Admirals. Hopkins pins his guy to the board there. And as they dig away, there is a hand pass. That's what that is, so it's going to go out of the zone. And then Admiral's guilty of a slap at the puck, and we start again at neutral ice.
We seem to be getting a bit of a replay from the first period with Admirals being the stronger team for the start of it.
They kind of jumped out in front here, that's for sure, but they did have that man advantage to start with. But they continue to keep the momentum with them, that's for sure. Hawkins gets there first, chops it out to Dallimore. Dallimore rips it off the board, goes back out of the zone just past Orr, and he takes out Steven for a moment there, but they get it to Whitson Lee on the other side. And Esposito there with Meisternock being close to getting in the way there. He gets away with an interference, and Esposito comes up the right side. Takes a shot, that high shot. Bothers Chaba, goes as far as the point, gets sent back in, but back out on a deflection. Hopkins chops at it, and that one hits the netting, so we get a stop in play there. And Meisternock just really careful on that one, finding the line between a good play and interference, doing a good job. And by the way, this is just a shout out that I had to do after the U12. A couple of signs in the audience, Harrison and Porsche. Good work on your signs. Just want to say thank you very much. There you are. That puck goes back to Nichols on the defensive end, and he's chased by Rooney. Route gets it back to Nichols, and Nichols looks for the outlet. Gets it as far as Daigle, and Gallagher's got to fight him there. But Daigle keeps it in, and then Nichols steals that from him, leaves it for Gallagher. Seamus Gallagher knocked into the boards there, and Quigley has it. He pushes it forward. Admirals come in quick with 3. That puck goes around, but they look for a pass, and that pass is intercepted by Pake, and then a cross-crease pass that was dangerous, but played by the Red Devils, and Daigle's got to go chase this one down. It goes for icing, and no changes. See, the Red Devils have 5. They do have 5 players out there. That was an issue yesterday. They had a couple of incidents where they had 6 guys out. That was that was a thing, but that penalty has not occurred here. Everybody's accounted for. They
were a real proper 6 men as well, not just an accidental extra on the ice.
And just a little bit too keen to get out there. That face-off being held up a little bit, finally dropped. Pake wins it. It goes out of play, just over the board there. And that's the good part for the Red Devils, is that one's going to go out in a place where the glass isn't, which means it's not a penalty, but they get to change their personnel because the icing forced them otherwise. A very, I think they would call that a veteran play, Mr. Nichols. So there you go. We're going to miss that from him, as this is his last game out on the ice for the Red Devils this year, or for his career, actually. He's calling it good after this one, so well done, Dan Nichols. Shot! Scotter with a glove save off to a Vandermeulen shot from the high slot, and a stop in play. 16:20 to go here in the second period. I know the clock's just acting up again, but it is 16:20. I can literally see it. I have no idea why that clock is not working, but it is not working at the moment. So we'll reset the software again. Shot comes in, and I think that was bobbled around by Scotter for just a moment off of a Daigle flip in, and another stop for the Red Devils goalie. A lot of shots yesterday. I think it was, if memory serves, 54-37 on shots. And Scotter did a really good job in the first 2 periods and just had some rough luck in that third. Particularly the 8th goal. If you weren't with us yesterday, that shot, apparently, it's kicked low by Hayward Jones, and one off the post there. That was off the outside of the post. We'll get back to that goal in a minute here. Garth flipping it out to Hayward Jones, who throws it back in. That is going to go for an icing, and I can tell you all about that goal now. So that was in a discussion after the game. Turns out it hit Sean Brown's shoulder. I think it was his right shoulder as it came in, and went straight up into the air, a few meters into the air. Couldn't have been straighter or more up than it was, and came straight back down.
Oh, no.
Nobody knew where it was until it actually hit Scotter's, the back of his neck, and trickled into the goal. And there's a chance here for Nichols to clear that out. He does a great job. And then Kuntz grabs it. Then Orr taking that out of the zone. He's got a chance 3-on-3 here. Orr fighting the double team. And now Kuntz with it as Regan recollects his stick. Goes up to Kuntz. And they're going to clear the zone here. Picked away. Esposito almost had a chance, but he got cut off at the pass. And then Esposito dumps it back in, allowing for a reset, but the Devils get that figured out. It goes out of play, and it looks like it's going to be a center ice face-off in just a moment. Asian Garden Hospitality Group, creating memorable dining experiences in an exquisite atmosphere, restaurants nationwide. So it's going to be the face-off dot for the offside, as that was the closest. And Ritchie trying to throw it in, but he loses it, kind of whiffs on it. And dumped in by Sestrone up to Reese. Reese looking to get rid of it. He does exactly that, gets it to Brown. Brown with the outlet pass. Right on the tape. Hodge doing a great job staying onside as he dragged himself. Garth there first to the puck, but it's in the corner. Back to Reese. Reese slaps it back through. Goes all the way around to Sistrone. And Sistrone knocks that to neutral. Admirals breaking out, but they're 2-on-4 here. Henry leaves it behind. Garth picks it up. And, that's an interesting one as Reese is going to get there first. Not an icing, not a problem. And Hodge is going to play that one. He dumps it low. Goes around to Richie. Richie holds up. Back to Garth. To Brown. Brown with a shot. Oh, and that was a deflection by Chaba there. Goes up and out, but if you saw the light went on incorrectly there. No goal or anything like that. That was a twitch that was not expected. So we've had goal light action on both sides that we'll put past us, but it happens. Nichols with a low shot. That gets knocked aside, goes to the half boards. Orr with a long shot into Dallimore. Dallimore looking for something with it as he drifted into the corner a little too low. Esposito cycling it back to Orr. Orr flipping it to Esposito in the middle. Shot! Oh, what a leather save there. That was Chaba with a quick one. And it was right where Esposito would want that shot. High slot. And Chaba got the better of it that time with the glove save. Face off for Orr. He wins it, gets it to Dallimore, flips it forward, goes into the corner. Esposito gets there, but he's double teamed. Gets out to Rooney. Rooney passes it back, and Dallimore grabs the puck. We got 4 players for the Red Devils coming in. Dallimore backhands it into the back of the goal. Esposito with a good hit there. Nichols holds on to it. And to Dallimore. Back to Moses. Moses with a good outlet pass choice there, but it's going to be Dan Nichols getting to it first. Leaves it for Hopkins. George Hopkins looking to get rid of it. Gets it back to Nichols. Long pass. And another long pass. Tape to Dallimore. Gives it to Orr. Orr gets knocked off the puck. Good play by the Admirals there. Dallimore gets it back. And now Orr has it, and it's just tipped away. The offense just a smidge out of sync here for the Red Devils. But they're close, and that's offside. They're going to have to tag up. Esposito still offsides, but that does come out of the zone now. Everything's cleared. And Meisternock knocked off the puck there by Ben Steven. Those two went at it quite a bit in the Mako game, if I recall. Daigle with it now. Wrister that goes to the right. Hayward Jones is going to have to collect this well back in the Admirals' defensive end. Now Bull with it. Knocked around. Daigle's got it. Daigle bouncing it around. It's been noticeable, the puck today. So the weather here is pretty atrocious, actually. It's been about somewhere between 5 and 10 degrees. That's right in front of the goal. I'll get to that in a minute. That bounces around and bounces out over Dodwell. It's Daigle again. Bull with the forecheck. All 5 Admirals get back, but just Bull doing the skating for the Red Devils here. Keocope to cut off that lane. You can see him backing out. Shot, and Scott are knocking it aside. Keocope now has the puck, and now Reese. Reese throws it forward, goes through and goes to Daigle. A couple of changes from both teams, and I don't know if that did stay in. Hit the wall, goes to Reese. Reese knocks it forward. Dodwell with a big wind-up, and Chaba holds on to it. Garth was right there waiting for a rebound, but Chaba didn't give it up. Noticeably today, so it's been between 5 and 10 degrees Celsius, so what's that work out? 40 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit for those of you in the States. But because it's been rainy but a little bit warm, the puck has been bouncing quite a bit today, which happens a lot here in Christchurch, but the weather had cooperated and been an actual winter for a little while, and now that puck just kind of has, superpowers at the moment, just bouncing everywhere. Now Brown with it, throws it back in. That was offside, but Richie tags up now. He's good. Taylor Kennedy has it for the Admirals, and they set up their offense and quickly move it out to Regan. Regan to Vandermeulen. And the Admirals clearly want to get some speed going in the offensive side, and they do here. But they're going to turn it around just as quickly. A potential 4-on-3 here, but that's stopped at the blue line. The Admirals with some good defensive work there as they got countered. Now Hodge has it. Hodge brings it in the zone. They wait. He dumps. Gives it to Esposito. Shot, and that's blocked by Kennedy. It doesn't get through. Esposito with the puck. Turns. Tries to get more centered. And that puck just goes into the corner. Not sure where that went, but I think that went into netting. But not anywhere delay a game-ish, just out of play over the low boards over on the far side.
Not only does the puck have bouncing superpowers, it has disappearing ones as well.
It does. It just keeps disappearing. You're right. Just humor me here. Moving. There we go. It says 20 minutes. We'll see if that updates or not, but I have no faith anymore in my software. So Sistrone takes one there from Dan Nichols. Nichols deciding that, he doesn't have to worry about the next game. So he's leaving it all out here. Steven misses that one. It's Nichols bringing it up the blue line. He's going to take it up the right side, looks for a pass, holds. Passes behind the back, fancy there, and why not? And it's Max Vesper leaving that puck behind. Gets up to Sistrone and turned back around. Meisternock with a good move there to grab that puck. And then Dallimore flips it in. Chaba looks at it and gently presses it down on the ice. That was the most polite move a goaltender could make. He did a great job of leaving it for his player. Shot, that was a good one-timer. Sistrone in quickly, but that was also a good kick save, mostly positional there. Scotter had no chance to move or react to it. But Sistrone hit him right in the pad, and that's the difference right now. Another hit. That was yesterday might have been an interference call, but today is no call. Kind of one of those marginal plays that you just depends on the day sometimes, or taking it back in the zone, or leaves it behind. Admirals looking for a breakout, but another great lane interception there by Brown. And then Reese knocks that forward, gets it past McLeish. Red Devils making a couple of changes. And as they come back out on the ice, a 1-on-2 developing, a shot, and Whitson Lee with a good wrist shot, but a glove save by Scotter, and nothing more to it than that. You know, Lucy, I don't know if the pace of the game has changed, but it feels like there's a bit more feeling out in this second period that they don't want to make any mistakes.
Yeah, I agree. Both teams looking pretty tired after each shift, which always the best tell that they're really leaving it all out on the ice.
And Daigle's shot there, it was going for the 5-hole. Scotter closed that in a, what do they say, in a Nats hiccup, something like that. It was quick. And a face-off won by the Admirals. Daigle has it again. He's going to press it low a little bit this time, goes into the corner. And that goes behind the net. Daigle continue with, he leaves it for one of his mates, and then Joel Keocope gets it in the slot. His pass was a little bit off. That goes behind the net, and Keocope pays the price as he's getting that puck out. Whitson Lee trying to pull it backwards. A lot of physical battle down there. It's just physicality. Oh, and that's going to hurt right off the shin pads by Boole, but a good block. The Red Devils probably having their best. Oh, that was a solid hit by Reese at the whistle. Sometimes you'd say, obviously you don't want to have a late hit, but there is no call here because that hit happened right when the whistle happened there.
Very marginal.
Yeah, it was marginal, but there is no way he could have held up there. So glad to see that was allowed to play through there because I think that was the right call. Face off just outside as it was an offsides call. that puck gets dumped in by the Admirals. Hopkins there, and maybe it's not so much the feeling out process as it's just become much more physical.
Yeah.
And I think these two teams know each other. It's not like they don't know what's coming at this point with the fifth period this weekend. Ben Steven with it. Takes the wrister right in on the right shoulder of Scotter. He gloves it with all sorts of confidence there and gives the puck back to the referee, the linesman there, for another one. It feels like it's not like they're getting measured up. It's not a hits contest. It's not let's see what we can get away with until we get called.
Yeah.
It just feels like it's a more physical struggle.
No, totally agree with you there.
Taylor Kennedy with one. That gets deflected and just goes over the crossbar. Mason Kennedy with a low, wide shot there. That stays in at the point for the Admirals. Kicked around into the corner again. Comes around and gets to Meisternock. And they fight for it in the corner. And that gets in front of Scotter. Ben Steven trying to slap it home, but he doesn't have any chance there against those leg pads. Steven with it. Steven in the corner again. Loses the puck. Brown taken down. Brown gets back up, pulls it off the board there. And that finally clears the zone. Zach Steven with it. Not enough to get a change out for the Red Devils, but the Admirals are going to get fresh legs. They probably need just a shot and a stop here. And it's Esposito with it. He holds on to the puck. Long shift out there for these guys. Kuntz has it now. That's played with a high stick by Meisternock, but cleared. And the Admirals come in 2-on-2. Vandermeulen with it. Leaves it behind. Gets a pass through the center of the ice. And the Red Devils finally break that one out. Long pass, trying to get over McLeish to Esposito. Esposito gets there in time, and the two of them tangle and kind of fall on it. And now there is a penalty coming up for interference. No, holding. And it's going to be on McLeish, I think. Boy, this is going to be a good one to explain because I understand this one. He prevented him from getting back up off the ice, so that's considered holding. And it's going to be a 2-minute penalty against the Admirals.
I'm going to say, I think that's the first league holding I've ever seen.
Yeah, if they could call sitting on a player, they would call sitting. But there it is. That's a hold. And with 5:16 to go on this second period, 2 minutes power play for the Red Devils. They win the faceoff. Nichols has it at the blue line. Takes a wrister, deflected. And that's going to go the length of the ice. And as the Red Devils break out here, you can see him coming up the ice. Meisternock pushing it up the right side. And that's Hodge. Kind of pinned up against the kick plate there. Goes around to the other side. Daigle's got it. He's going to hold it and then evacuate. He was looking for a pass there to Sistrone, and he actually hit him in the tape. Sistrone going down there. And now they get the stop, and, well, what is that call? 2 minutes for washing a window, it looked like.
Seems as though I'm going to have to retake my ref test course, so.
Yeah, it's Sistrone going off there. So it would have been, no, the only thing that would have been would be covering the puck with a hand.
Okay.
So that's a delay of game call, I think is what that is. It's been a while since I've seen that one at neutral ice. You would see that normally in the defensive end because you get called for that more often. But I believe that's what that was there. And that is going to be, boy, that's a double up. It's 4:25 to go in the second. Minute 10, 5-on-3 for the Red Devils. But the Admirals, boy, Regan winning that one and taking it with him. That is a huge time killer for the Admirals here, as the Red Devils really need to get one to tie this game up. And now they're going to be able to skate this one out. Dodwell has it for a moment. And the Admirals Boy, what a good kill. That's 30 seconds off there just by winning that face-off and skating it around. Dallimore has it now in the zone. He's going to lose it, and Daigle continues with the puck. He flips it the length of the ice. And the Red Devils get reset. 3:40 to go in the second here, or with it, Dodwell. Dodwell leaves it for, now the Admirals had it for a moment, and they're going to send it on goal there to Scotter. Just 6 seconds to go on the 5-on-3. The Admirals with a masterclass on killing this first minute. Just nothing the Red Devils have been able to do. Now Orr brings it in. It's 5-on-4. And flipped away. Scotter's going to have to play this one. He pushes it up to Esposito. Good long pass there. Not expected necessarily by the Admirals. But it works out, and the puck goes in off Esposito. He's holding on to it. And that gets flipped up and off the netting. So 2:45 to go. And again, the clock's obviously not working right now, but the 2:45 to go in the second period, but just 20 seconds to go. It will clear at 2:25. Not that you can see that, but yeah, we're going to have to try really hard to get that. I'm actually looking at it, and you can see it, and it looks like it should be working, so who knows. Anyway, Hodge with a shot, sends it in, and ooh, that sounded worse than it was. That was just, looked like Hayward Jones getting a lot of plexiglass there. And now to Nichols. Nichols gives it to Kennedy, and that's just thrown out of the box. Penalty over, 5-on-5, and the Admirals just absolutely negating the Red Devils' power play there. Kennedy flipping it forward. Nichols has it, and goes back out to neutral. Mason Kennedy with it. Good pass through to Moses, and Boole can't grab it, but Nichols does. Flipped back out to neutral. Zach Steven with it. And with a minute 50 to go, in the second, the Admirals pushing it forward 2-on-3. Scotter kicking it away, and that rebound was handled pretty quickly, but with an icing. And as that happens, a minute 36 to go in the second. And we'll have a face-off in the defensive zone for the Red Devils. That face-off goes back to the Admirals again. The Red Devils looking to get it out. Dodwell knocking it to center ice. Hayward Jones holding on to it. And that goes to Dodwell into the half boards. Goes around behind to Kuntz. Kuntz looking around, trying to get something out of the zone, but he can't do it. Goes behind Scotter. Dodwell with the evacuation here. He tries to get up to Ollie Pake, but he can't do it. That's going to go for an icing. So maybe we have some software back. We'll see. Maybe. And as the Admirals go back out to the point here. Goes around Daigle with a low shot. Kick saved by Scotter. In front, knocked away. It goes as high as Chamberlain. Chamberlain with a wrist shot just outside the pipes there. Meister knocking the corner. Gets it away from Rooney. Flipped out. And finally, a pass out to neutral. Red Devils getting a little bit of a breather here. Pake on Daigle with 8 seconds to go. And Keo Cope knocking it aside, and that's going to do it for the second as we get a horn. And it is still, it is 2-1. I had to restart it there. It's 2-1. And we are at the second intermission. The Admirals getting an early goal this period, and that was effectively all of the action, Lucy.
Yeah, it was just a wee bit of back and forth apart from that. You mentioned the physicality of this game, and I think we have to give props to Tom Scotter, who, with that physicality right out in front of the net, has done so well to stop all those shots through all the players.
Yeah, and I think Scotter's had, I mean, if you disregard the third period yesterday, which I think is pretty easy to do given the situation,
yeah.
Scotter has played 4 excellent periods of hockey so far, and only
totally
giving up,
agree.
he only gave up 1 goal each period. You can't ask for too much more out of a goaltender. You just have to put up the goals offensively yourself too.
Yep. And yeah, needs to give himself a pat on the back. He's really done well, especially considering it's his debut weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. So we won't hold things up here for too long. We're going to take a longer intermission here and wait for, well, the new disco, whatever they do here, the light show in the second period. Hopefully the lights come on all the way this time for the third period, and we'll bring you back to action here in Christchurch in about 11 minutes for what will wrap up the regular season between the West Auckland Admirals and the Canterbury Red Devils. We'll talk a little bit more about the playoffs coming up here in just a little bit. We'll see you shortly. Today's game brought to you by Reform Radiology, exceptional imaging and treatment services for the community. Local team, expert care. reformradiology.co.nz. Kia ora koutou. Welcome back, everybody, to the Alpine Ice Sports and Entertainment Center. My name's Matt Chavez. We're here with Lucy Eccleton, and we're about to get started with third period action today between the West Auckland Admirals and the Canterbury Red Devils. We might be waiting a moment here as the light's still coming back up as the halogens are once again a little bit slow to the party. It happens when it's cold in here, but we'll get there. I think it's probably worthwhile, as we've been talking about all of our sponsors here, I'm going to read out some of our sponsors while I can, because we want to say thank you to them. Without this wouldn't be possible. And I'm going to give the whole readout and see if I can get this done before the third period. Christchurch orthodontics specialists, expert tailored treatment to get you the smile you want. chchortho.co.nz. Oh, hi. We're, looks like, boy, we're out of main camera here. Let's correct that first, huh?
Oh, we got it back.
Full screen. Wow, did they just get going here? Let's see if we got that there. Do we have a? We do. We have a working system. Oh, boy, this has been a challenging afternoon, that's to say the least. We'll leave it there for just a moment. And it is the third period, so I'll change that in just a second. And that goes for icing. Where are we at here? Like magic. There we go. So hopefully they'll move the clock just a little bit and they'll catch up that it's the third period. We'll see anyways. Boy, it's still dark again in here, Lucy. That's the
Something about the third period.
that's something about that. Yep.
Time to go to bed.
Okay. It's not that late. Anyway, before I jinx anything, the clock's working, the period's correct, the score is right, and we have hockey on the ice. That's it's first for everything today. The Admirals with it still. Hayward Jones throwing it low. And don't adjust your screen there. Shot! Oh, and with Scotter in front, gloves it without enough lighting anyways. And he takes what looked like a really good opportunity by Pim Vandermeulen to snag that out of the air and keep it 2-1. The Admirals have been pretty good about scoring early in periods here. And Scotter standing up to that one. And the Red Devils win this face-off. Goes around to Esposito, but it gets to Kennedy, and Kennedy keeps it in at the point. Walks it in as he's got a little room, and Scotter with another good glove save. He just snaps it out like here's a reference, like chopsticks and a fly in Karate Kid. There you go. Just snap. Got it. Anyway. Just showing my age here, that's all. Vesper with it. He wins that face-off. Henry with a shot. That's kicked aside. And the Red Devils moving out. Brown flipping it a couple of lines up there. It's not going to be icing as it was on target. And Chaba's got to glove it for a face-off in the offensive end for the Devils. Promise I will get to all the sponsors and try to thank everybody between plays here. We'll try and do that as we go. Right after this face-off, each break, I'll do what I can here. It's a marathon, not a sprint, right? And they sprinting down the ice is Vesper, 2-on-1 shot, and he missed the frame. That hit the board hard, comes right back out. Dallimore trying to chase this away from Kennedy, but Kennedy gets there. He's behind the goal. Dallimore continues to harass, and it's almost stolen by Esposito, but he's caught high, and Kennedy gets it taken off his stick. The Red Devils knock it aside. Esposito off an elbow, it looked like, and Henry going cross ice, trying to get it out of the zone. The Admirals do exactly that, but it's turned over. Reese has it. Reese flipping it forward to Esposito. Esposito taking a shot, and Chaba stopping it as Dallimore skates in with intent. So here we go. Futaporo Accountants, not your average accountants. Futaporo take the hassle out of taxes and let you focus on what you do best. Futaporo.co.nz. Another face-off coming up here with Hodge. He wins that one, but it goes to the Admirals for a moment. It hops over Hopkins' stick. Bouncy puck, like I was saying earlier. And That one stays in the zone. Garth losing a stick, and the Admirals having to chase this down. McLeish, guilty of the sitting holding earlier, back out on the ice. I have to say, that still is one of the, it's an absurd penalty in a sense, but it is what it is. You know, it's just part of the game.
Yeah.
Long shot by McLeish, kick save, and that goes out of play. Here we go again. Asian Garden Hospitality Group, creating memorable dining experiences in an exquisite atmosphere, restaurants nationwide. And another one, Good Cars, amazing cars at amazing prices. goodcars.co.nz. It's going to be Moses to take this one against Orr. Orr wins that one, and running right out, Esposito, 2-on-3. Esposito gains the zone, leaves it behind. Shot by Dallimore. That's turned around quickly, and the Admirals come right back, but they're 2-on-3. And Reese knocked into the boards there pretty hard and awkwardly. Orr leaving it to himself in the corner. Dallimore lets him go right on by and follows him. But it's Orr to take it across the zone. Esposito with a long shot just off target to the right. Goes around, plays back behind the boards, goes to Esposito. Esposito gives it back to Orr. Back out to Nichols at the point. Nichols, long shot that's deflected in off of I think it was Rooney's stick. Just the shaft of it got just enough to deflect it, and he's asking for icing. Chaba's not going to get that there. That's not icing. Good veteran move, though, to ask for it, because that would have been tricky. And the Red Devils continue in the corner there. Luckily, nobody bought that move. Dallimore getting it around, goes to Nichols, but out of the zone. Nichols slaps it back in, up against the kick plate to the left of the goal for Chaba. And that goes around to Daigle at the Zamboni doors. He's looking to exit the zone, but instead he leaves it behind for Is that Taylor? No, it wasn't. Anyway, Daigle's got it again, and I'll get that in just a moment. Off in the corner there, Dallimore. Back to Daigle. Daigle to Kennedy. Kennedy's going to take a shot. Good block there as Brown gets down and blocks that shot. And Hopkins presses that into the corner, takes his man out. Stick goes away from Rooney. And it's Brown with it in the corner. Brown has it, sends it around the boards. Chamberlain to Kennedy. And that's another block shot and a goal. That is an unfortunate situation because Scotter had to move in order to get into position. And as that's blocked, it gets blocked down into a place where there's a shot for the Admirals.
It was right under that pad there.
And it was indeed.
Perfectly placed by the Admirals.
Didn't get that one. Sorry about that, folks, but the fantastic goal nonetheless for the Admirals. 3-1 the score. Hey, look, that even registered automatic. Look at that. Finally worked. Anyway, 2-goal lead for the Admirals. And it's McLeish with it again. He gives it to his teammate, Steven, who's getting a little bit more ice time. That's Zach Steven. And the Admirals get set up for another. You know, it was interesting, Lucy, that might have been the first, or at least in a while, the first goal that's not against the run of play, but actually was kind of, you know, a choppy, reboundy thing. Shot, that's over the bar. Coos a little high. But yeah, it felt like that was kind of almost due the way they were playing.
You're so right, as well earned.
Wraparound chance there by Regan, but Scotter having nothing to do with it, holds it in the leg pads and gets a stop. Oh, I got to do some more of this, huh? Yeah. Beeley Quarter Accommodation Function Room plus a bustling restaurant and bar provide an unrivaled hospitality experience in Christchurch. BeeleyQuarter.co.nz. It's going to be Hodge taking this against Vandermeulen. Reigning Rookie of the Year for just a little while longer in his second year. Hodge, part of the lineup anymore. And that's grabbed by Richie for a moment anyways. Now Regan's got it on the right side. Flips a snazzy little pass, but it's intercepted and turned over. And here's Hodge trying to do something with it, but Daigle just takes it right away from him. Some veteran experience there, not panicking. And the Admirals continue on. That's taken away by Richie, knocked out of the zone, but it's going to go as far as Kennedy. Hodge can't do anything with it. Couple of changes, or just one change here for Esposito coming out for the Red Devils. That puck left behind by Regan, and the Red Devils looking to break out. A little foot pass up to Esposito. He's going to have a chance here. Couldn't quite get that breakaway started, and Daigle throws it out of the zone. Admirals give that puck up, but it's going to get turned back on them with Regan popping it off the board to himself. And that goes to Vandermeulen trying to go off the back end of the stick, and he just can't get anything on it. Goes into the corner, and the Red Devils flip it forward. That one's shot in on Chaba. And they're trying to get a change here. The Admiral's not allowed to change on that because rules, I don't know. But that was flipped in, and Chaba held on to it, and I have to admit, I don't know why that's not a change, but that's just me.
I wish I could help out, but I'm not sure either. Sorry.
Hey, aren't you a referee?
Oh,
not
I don't
really.
know about that.
Sometimes. Anyway, that puck goes back around the boards. Esposito doing a good job of trying to get that out to the crease, but the Admirals were there, unfortunately for him. Now Dallimore takes it, gives it to Orr, who tries to get it back, but Vesper in the way there as he intercepts the pass that was going to Esposito. Esposito does get it away from him. That goes into the corner, and it comes back out with Meisternock having to chase this one down. That is going to go for icing, I believe. And a couple of discussions, Regan asking why it was, but turns out it's icing, it doesn't matter. Reform Radiology, exceptional imaging and treatment services for the community. Local team, expert care. reformradiology.co.nz. Face-off won by the Admirals. They throw it the length of the ice, and fortunately for them, it's on Scotter's goal. And he's had to knock it aside, and Esposito's going to get to it. Esposito looking up, seeing where he wants to go with it. Skates it forward. Dallimore with the backhand. And a shot on Chaba. He's going to hold on to it. And a stop in play. Majors Contracting. Majors Contracting is a trusted family business specializing in subdivision, earth moving, green waste, and construction for over 50 years. majorscontracting.co.nz. Bull to take this one. And per normally wins it. Goes to Dodwell for a moment, but it's pulled away by McLeish. And we get another stop for Chaba. Spinorama, Graf and Fisher. Spinorama is proud to sponsor your team and offer the best in Fisher ice hockey sticks. For top-notch performance, visit spinorama.nz and gear up like the pros. Go Red Devils, spinorama.nz. Bull to take this one again. Loses that one, and it is McLeish with it, sending it around the ice halfway up the boards, and then a pass to Henry. Nearly hits him on the tape, but he just misses it, and the Red Devils get it back. Bull with it, passing it forward to Keocope. It gets rejected off of a shin pad, so Reese dumps and chases. Everybody tags up, and it's chase down McLeish time as he passes it across the ice, doing a great job getting it to Vesper. Goes to Keocope. Dodwell passing it back to Keocope. He can't handle that off the kick plate. Funny bounce. And that ends up in the hands of Reese, or on the stick blade of Reese. Anyways, Nichols dumping it forward. And avoiding contact there. That was actually a good play by Steven, and a shot by Nichols off of Chaba's gear, and McLeish has it. He's looking to break out. That's left at the blue line. Shot! Knocked away. Rebound. Richie trying to get at it. Garth had the initial shot, and Richie takes a penalty here. It looks like it is a delayed call for, I think, high sticking against the Admirals. It's going to be Zach Steven that goes off, and it will be 2 minutes for the Red Devils, down 2 goals. An important chance for them to get the lead cut in half here. Alpine Ice, fun physical entertainment for the whole family. alpineice.co.nz. Face-off won by the Red Devils. They get it at the blue line. Brown with it, walks in, deflected. That goes up into the netting, and another face-off. Saunders, Robinson, and Brown. Saunders, Robinson, and Brown is a Canterbury law firm offering legal advice in commercial law, property, trusts and estates, dispute resolution, family and relationship property. Talk to the team at SRB for legal solutions tailored to your success. srblaw.co.nz. The puck in the corner, and Orr has it, leaves it behind for Esposito. He walks in and circles back. The power play underway here. Esposito walking it low. Dodwell, then a chance for Orr as he shuffles it forward, but just off target. Dodwell takes it in the corner there and gets a hit, loses his stick. To Orr, to Esposito. Esposito swings wide, goes to the point, saved in, and it's Dodwell spinning on it. Out to Brown. Brown walks it in, gets the pass-off shot. Good save there by Chaba as he has every inch of that left side covered up against the pipe. You can see the goal even leaning there. And Esposito has it again, looking for a pass. Shot! And it hits the side netting. Another penalty coming up here against the Admirals. It's another one. It's going to be a 5-on-3 as soon as they get, there's a stop in play. Don't know why it was whistled there, but a cross check coming up here. Well, okay, now I'm confused. Everybody waited as it was an Admirals penalty. But I'm not sure who's being taken off the ice at this point.
Is anyone getting taken off?
I don't understand. There was a penalty, an arm raised, a delayed call. The Red Devils were scrambling to get somebody off the ice. We're trying to get an example or an explanation here. Okay, so I think I won't speculate. I can't read lips that well, but the referee is currently talking to Cameron Stephen. And they're wasting a lot of time here. I mean, the clock stopped. There's 59 seconds on the 5-on-3. There's a 2 minutes on there, and now they're taking Rooney off the ice. A lot of confusion there. So Rooney's coming off. Not sure what it is, but the best I can tell is there was abusive officials by Zach Johnson, but I don't know that for a fact, so I don't want to accuse anybody of anything. I'll let you know in a second what I hear. Didn't hear what that call was for, but 5-on-3 for the Red Devils. That's the important part for another 41 seconds. Off to Esposito. He's going to take a shot. That goes wide, and it's going to ring all the way around. It'll be Sean Brown having to chase this one down. The same 3 stay out for the Admirals. They're going to go for a little while longer. 26 seconds to go on the 5-on-3. It's in for Dallimore. Dallimore looking around, cycles it. Or passing it to Esposito. Esposito backing out. Brown backing out. Quick wrister in front. That goes behind, but Chaba gets just enough to move it to the left, and that's going to clear the length of the ice. That clears the 5-on-3. A minute to go on the power play. That's not up on the board at the moment because it hasn't shifted up. 53 seconds to go. It's turned over to Regan. He's going to kill some time. Goes to Sistrone. He takes the shot. Why not? A little high over the board, but stays in. Daigle flipping it back in. And the Red Devils trying to get sorted out here. Not really much on this power play yet. The 5-on-3 they cycled through, but 5-on-4 they've had some trouble getting it started here. Dodwell brings it in, and it gets turned back around. Nichols collects it. 22 seconds to go on this power play. And Bull can't handle it. Cistrone all alone. He's going to pass that. Gallimore leaves it. Oh, and he missed the shot, or he missed the pass. And Henry buries a shorthander for the Admirals with 13 seconds to go on this power play. The Admirals strike back, and it's 4-1, a 3-goal lead for the Admirals. And they are enjoying this one in Christchurch so far. That gives them a commanding lead here.
Oh man, Admirals today, their PKs have just been incredible. If you remember was it the first period, they had a 3-on-5 and killed that, no goals, and then just scored that one.
I think I would, if that ends up being what the Admirals taking this one and the power play is over, I think the Red Devils will look back on this and say the Admirals beat them on special teams today for sure. Absolutely. That's passed forward. Garth has it, flips it in. Admirals collected. Of course, the captain, Justin Daigle, sitting with it to Henry. Not sure if that may have come in offside. Vesper first to touch it, and that is in fact the call. Not intentional because nobody saw that, but either way, we keep going here. Bushnell Builders. Trust Bushnell Builders for over 40 years of excellence in commercial and residential construction across Christchurch and Canterbury. Quality, experience, and dedication in every project. Bushnell.co.nz. Face-off won by the Red Devils. Hopkins gets it up to Pake, but it's taken off his stick. And Chamberlain coming up the right side with some speed, looking for a pass. He gets it in front to the near the crease. The Red Devils steal it away. Rout flipping it in, and kind of a lazy blocker save there by Chaba as he knocks it aside just in case. It wasn't on target, but no reason not to be careful. And that pass goes through the slot area, but nobody home for the Admirals. Ben Steven with it for the moment, and it gets taken away by Mason Reese. Reese coming up the side here with some speed, but he's pushed to the side walls, and he can't do anything with it. Pass in front. Oh, and it's just in front for Chaba, but the puck sitting there, well, it was quite attractive looking. They just try to get something on it, but nobody could. And the Admirals continue their offensive stretch. Vandermeulen looking for somebody from behind the goal. Scotter looking behind. Shot, 2 shots, 3 shots. A scramble. Scotter stands up to the test here. And that's passed forward out to Kennedy. Some changes for the Red Devils defense. Shot, that's deflected. Brown with another shot block. He's definitely added some of those up in his stats today. Sorry, Lucy, one more here. Southern Cross Hospital. We've got all your health and wellness needs covered. southerncross.co.nz. I'm getting through them, I promise. It's Orr to take this one. Vandermeulen left wondering where the puck went. Esposito has it. Takes it all himself up the left side, looking to get that pass in, but he's double teamed, and that gets passed back to Vandermeulen. He can't handle it. Oh, and a good shot by Brown that was deflected at the last second, but it nearly got home. But nearly not good enough. It doesn't count on the scoreboard. And the offense trying to get something done here. Zhang out on the ice for the first time today. Esposito trying to get a deflection, but that goes up to the glass in the corner. Stays in for a moment. Esposito with another chance. High shot. Chaba up to it. Blocker save. Esposito passes it. High shot and a goal! Meisternock finally gets one. Tape that puck up for him. Assuming there's no deflections there, that'll be his first. And oh, is he excited. Wow, good for him. Good for him. 4-2 the score. With 4 minutes and 46 seconds to go, the Red Devils are going to try to make a game of this one.
Oh, yeah. They just, just need a couple more goals. I think
just
they
a couple
can
more.
it.
That's right. And off the puck comes to Michael Atkinson. He's got the puck set aside. Oh, he's got it in his pocket.
Oh, he'll be so happy with himself.
He will be happy. Hopefully that was a clean one. And if it isn't, don't tell him because he's excited. That goes to Richie. Richie's in the corner. And Hodge. Hodge sends it around. Nichols tries to keep it in, but that goes the way of Sam Moses. He's halfway down the right side. Hayward Jones with a garbage chance as he throws it low and tries to get a rebound, but a dangerous one goes by the boards, and it goes back to Daigle. Daigle harassed by Wallace, and that's going to be sent the length of the ice for an icing call. 4:05 to go on the clock thus far. Clear Digital CCTV, Clear Digital security specialists for your home and business, CCTV, alarms, and much, much more. Call Gary at 021-810-860. Face-off in the offensive zone for the Red Devils here. Orr's going to take this one, and they're starting to get important here as the clock runs down. Moses getting a warning here because he's gone in twice a little early there. Orr wins that one, takes a sweeping shot, but it's a little outside. Esposito sends it back around. And that puck kind of flutters up. Dallimore trying to do what he can to keep it close. And Esposito gets it back to him. Dallimore walking it, takes a kind of a pass, and Brown slaps it in. That's blocked by Rooney, I think it was. And Brown just doing everything he can to keep it in. They do keep it in the zone, cross the ice. Dallimore taking an angled shot. That's knocked away by Chaba. No problem there for the Admirals. Now they try to break out. They're going to need a change, though. Whitson Lee dumping it and staying on the ice. Everybody else changing. Reese with it and gets back to Brown. And that final change happens now as the Red Devils keep going. Reese with it. Pass up to Esposito. Shot, and Chaba dumps that one, but gets it back quickly and gets a stop. And one more here, Snowmania. The best selection of gear to get you up the mountain to experience skiing and snowboarding. Snowmania.co.nz. One more face-off here. It's still 4-2, and we're down to about 3 minutes. And Zach Stevens sending it around. He's back out on the ice, so whatever that wasn't any kind of misconduct. So, yeah, apologies there. Don't want to, like I said, I didn't say for sure. And now there's a stop in play. Looks like there's a call here. And it's McLeish going off. Boy, this is an important one for the Red Devils. McLeish is going off for a penalty. 2 minutes for Bear Claw. I didn't get that one. Did you? Yeah.
Oh, is that the holding again? Is that
No,
the
it
same
was,
one as last
it
time?
might have. Yeah, it might have been the same one. It might have been on the puck or closing the hand on the puck. But
yeah.
I'm not sure because it didn't seem like. I mean, he was in the off. Oh no, he's in the defensive zone. So that would be the 2 minutes. There it is. Not what they normally say in the NHL. So pardon me on that one. But that comes back out. Set the length of the ice, and the power play continues for the Red Devils. They really need this one. Esposito has it. Esposito skating hard up the ice. And they're going to need to get one quickly here so they can get Scotter off the ice and try to get a fourth. Shot. Dallimore missed on the one-timer. See if we can get him a little bit more in the center of the ice to get him that shot. Esposito walking in, but left a little bit hanging there, and that's going to go down to Tom Scotter, and Orr picks that up. He skates by, looking to go in with some speed again, 3-on-3. That goes behind the net, looking for a pass, still has it, leaves it behind. Esposito collects it, High diamond for the Admirals. They pass it aside, try to stretch it. The blue line's open, leaves it for Esposito. Shot and a goal! That's exactly what they needed to do. Tic-tac-toe for the Red Devils. They beat Chaba High just under the crossbar, and it is 4-3. They make the most of the power play, and let's see if they've got this shot as it just comes back, and Esposito just rips it high. Fantastic effort. Timeout for the Red Devils here. Timeout called by Dan Nichols, and it's going to be 30 seconds on the clock. You can hear Coach Anton Pervert trying to tell everybody exactly when the goalie's going to come off, what the strategy is. But in the meantime, I do want to say, first of all, Lucy, thank you very much. Thank you to Chris for coming out all season long and helping us out with the camera work. It's been impeccable. Really appreciate you joining us here in the color commentary.
And thank you.
You're welcome. The big thing here is, can the Red Devils get that fourth goal, and how are they going to do it? And there's a minute 44 to go on the clock. 1:44. There it is. And we will see what we can do here. 5-on-5 to start with, but we will tell you when the goalie's going to get picked. Oh, there we go. As that replay is ended, we don't need to see it 8 million times, right? That's a good catch by Chris there as I was distracted. And the Red Devils looking to get set up here to get Scotter off the ice. Minute 22 to go. And they move forward. Dallimore dumping low. That goes to Chaba on a deflection. He glove saves it.
Devils are looking so dangerous. They're so ready to win this, and Admirals, I guess it's so important for them just to keep possession in this last minute and a bit.
Yep, minute 14 to go, and the Red Devils are jumping. You can see their bench is excited. Now Scotter is off, just so you can see that there. He is out of the goal, and that means that's an icing call there. So with the empty net, the Red Devils are putting all their chips in to try to get this to overtime. In the regulation ender, and will be the end of their season. We'll talk a little bit about the playoffs afterwards, but that doesn't include the Red Devils, so we'll save that for after the game. Joe Orr to take this face-off, and this will be an important one for them. 6-on-5 is the current setup. Esposito tries to hold it in, but he can't. It's going to go back to Nichols. Nichols has to be careful here. Esposito holds on to it, gets it through Regan's legs. Esposito still holding, takes the shot low, hits the metal of the goal, and bounces out. Daigle has it. He's double teamed, and that goes to the point. Vandermeulen's going to get a hold of this, and now he's going to have a chance to pass it. That pass is intercepted by Sean Brown. Absolutely necessary. 33 seconds to go. Nichols with it. He's going to skate forward, dumps it. Around the rink it goes, up to Daigle in that far right corner. Comes back out, and all alone Vandermeulen's going to take the shot, and that's going to end it. Kuntz with a shot and an empty net goal. Nothing they could do there. 5-3 the score, and the Admirals are going to take this one despite the extra effort there by the Red Devils. Pretty much emblematic of the season, but it'll be a win for the Admirals as they head into the playoffs. Well, that was a bit of a kind of a letdown, really, wasn't it?
I'm a bit speechless. But I would just like to say, on the ice we've got Peter Zhang, his first time on the ice for Red Devils.
And the puck is now back in the zone, and they're just going to finish this one up with about 8 seconds to go. And that's an offside call against Henry.
Interesting.
And Dan Nichols still there, trying to get everything he can. Still giving his opinions all the way through. Congratulations to Dan Nichols on a heck of a career. And that faceoff is That is correct. It isn't. He won his argument. How about that? He won his argument, got the offsides called intentional, and it was, and that is going to run out the third period. But hey, small victories sometimes count too. Well done, Dan. And that's going to do it for us. The Admirals take the game today 5-3. I'm going to give you the standings as they were prior to this game. Not that they changed much, but as we were talking about earlier, the Admirals wanted to get these two games behind them to get them set up for the playoff run. They are going to be in the third seed here, and that means that they play at Botany in the Battle of Auckland for the first round. It's a two-game aggregate playoff that they're going to run into, and then the winner heads to Queenstown to face the Sky City Stampede. We're going to let them go